Hi, magnificent souls. All right, this is going to be a collective channel message. So today, September the 20th, we do have a beautiful full moon in Pisces. All right, right now I'm on the East Coast. It's 8:51 here. So I've been up. I have a new schedule. I know I told some of you guys, if you guys watch my lives, that I had a new schedule. So we talked about a lot of stuff in my lives recently. We talked about traumas. We talked about moving from one paradigm to the next, recognizing patterns. Right. I've been talking about patterns for over 2 years now, but I've been really simplifying the messages and telling you guys about these different patterns that are coming up. Um, and one of the patterns that are coming up is coming up is the inability to trust your intuition, the inability to trust the universe and go with the flow because sometimes we have expectations and fears that create self-limiting beliefs or just put limitations on us. Today, with this full moon, you're being asked to surrender to the unknown and to really trust your instincts, trust what you feel. Okay. Pisces is a sign that is associated with escapism. This is the time to really try not to escape, but to be very present and to just go with the flow and really feel your way through this energy. So I'm going to do a quick spread using my Moonology deck. Thank you for the people that are watching live this morning with me. And we'll see what Spirit wants to talk about when it comes to this full moon. This is a harvest moon, and what you need to know about it, what changes you may need to make, and what you need to release. And then we'll see what's coming in for you guys, okay? So, full moon in Pisces messages. Spirit, please give me clear messages for the collective, for their highest and holiest good, for this astrological event. We have a full moon today. Can you give us clear channel messages? Beautiful. So between now and the new moon, Spirit wants you to know that a new start is coming. So we know that the full moon signifies endings. So you do have a new beginning. So from now till the next new moon, you have a new start coming, is what you are being told. And we have emotions are running high, super moon. This card is beautiful because this card signifies that something is going to be successful for you, especially if you are starting anything new at this time. It would be a very auspicious time to do so. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Wow, good, great rising. Okay, good, good. Really good energy to be in, being open to just new things. So what's exciting about this full moon is, you have the watery sign of Pisces really illuminating things to you. Pisces is associated with Neptune, and Neptune rules the 12th house, um, which is, the house of, self undoing, so sabotage, escapism, as I mentioned earlier, but it's also about dreams, wishes. You will actually feel um, a lot of information. Okay, and I'm saying the word feel for a reason because you are going to be connected more on an emotional level. Like I said, really being in tune with your feelings and really navigating and trusting in the things that you can't see, right? Trust in the unknown sometimes is indicative of what you don't see, you know, because there is something unfolding for you and you may not have all the answers, you may not have you know um, all the facts, right? So under this beautiful full moon of Pisces, you're really going to need to trust your instincts, and really get in tune, okay, with the inner world so that you can feel your way through this energy, because some of this energy could be a little bit misleading, right? But the subconscious is going to be communicating with you, and specifically through your dreams. At this time, because of this watery energy, it is going to create a lot of emotional um, uprising. Like I said, things from the within, things that have been suppressed, will start showing up on the surface. And again, around you, there's a reason for this energy coming up to the surface. It's because Spirit wants you to really explore um, things that need to be addressed and transmuted so that you can move towards a more healthy lifestyle. What's interesting is I have this Virgo card. I have full moon and new moon in Virgo. We are in Virgo season, which is very, beautiful, because this is indicating that there is an ending again in Virgo season that is going to really strengthen this understanding of your worth and your value. And then we have a new moon. Again, another reference to from now into the new moon, there is going to be a time where you are going to be more open to giving and receiving. This says a time to give rather than to take, which is about giving more of yourself or being more present, in my opinion, during this phase, this lunar phase from the full moon to the new moon. Endings. But these endings are going to bring in a lot of um, high emotions, but for the positive, because what you've been experiencing is an unpacking and an evolution of really recognizing your patterns, really recognizing what is really stopping you from being the best version of yourself. Okay. So this is a good time to really reflect, okay, and really focus on what you want, what changes you want to make. So Spirit is asking you to look at the bigger picture. So let's clarify. A new start is coming. I'll pull from my Yin Yang deck, which is sometimes more on a love, romantic, intimate relationship type of vibe. And then I'll do another deck where we can get some more practical messages as far as just day to day life. Okay. Virgo represents routines, it represents your health, it represents um, work. Okay. What you do for work, how you bring in money, the routines, the things you do on a day to day basis. And it also has ties to debt, karmic debt too. Okay, so as far as health is concerned, again, Pisces can reveal certain patterns of behaviors that can really stop you, okay, from being able to really get aligned and in tune. Because sometimes Pisces can come in with that um, um, dreamy, very fuzzy, sometimes illusory. So be very careful of that, and be really. That's why it's really important for you to trust your instincts at this time, because because things may not be what they appear at this time. So let's clarify. New start is coming. New moon. Beautiful. So you're being asked to be very present here. Get grounded. Um, this is about releasing of the past. Okay, so when you're being asked to be present, that means that the past has been, a stepping stone to something new that's coming in, but you need to be present in the moment and not really focus on the things that you can't change anymore, right? The things that you may have been holding on to or avoiding, because I did talk about things coming to the surface. A lot of times, we escape from the real issues. We don't want to face things. We don't want to face people or face the facts. We don't want to see things for what they really are. So it's an important time to really trust your instincts and really trust your gut when it comes to your one-on-one relationships and partnerships, and just how you're just are interacting right now with people and just in your environment. Clarify new start is coming for the collective watching this morning. Beautiful. See, again, it says, see where you can give more of yourself to helping others and to make a difference. This is the charity card. This is an energy of being very gracious. It's the energy of gratitude. I think that you've been giving a lot of yourself. I think that you've been giving a lot to other people, but you may have experienced you know, harsh lessons or harsh reality that sometimes people are not going to reciprocate the same way and give to you the same way. Hey, Liv. Okay. And so this is indicative of this new start where there is going to be people giving to you, where there is going to be a very harmonious, more harmonious interactions with people, right? Reciprocity when it comes to giving and receiving. So this is very beautiful. I feel like, there is this energy of me being more grounded and centered in the energy of gratitude instead of being thinking about lack, thinking about what you don't have. I think that there is going to be a more abundant mindset once you can kind of break free of the self-imposed limitations that you put on yourself or we put on ourselves in general. Okay. Spirit says that there's going to be a lot of positive energy coming around you, and you're going to be attracting more abundance because of this, because we have abundant, and this card is talking about charity. So it's talking about the things that you did in the past are going to come back to you as blessings, because remember, this is a harvest moon, and you're going to be harvesting or reaping the fruits of your labor. The seeds, the good seeds you planted with the good intentions you planted in the past. So there is a reward coming, so to speak. Humanitarian work is tied to Virgo. So this is very important, okay? Because we have two Virgo cards. We are in Virgo season, and then we have this moon that signifies the pinnacle of change. It says human rights, justice, advocacy work could be something that you're interested in, or just on a collective scale, right? Because we see, look at the bigger picture. Spirit is saying, what is your purpose here? What did you come to do? What is the work that you've been putting in to contribute to the collective, right? And even on a smaller scale where it's your interpersonal relationships, like what you do for work, for example, do you feel like this is a type of field that can really fulfill you? I feel like you're thinking about doing something new that can be more helpful to other people. You're thinking about how you can give more of yourself or maybe less of yourself, depending on your situation. Okay. Because some of you guys have given a lot and you haven't really received anything in return for it. But because of this humanitarian vibe that we have from Virgo, Spirit says that, there is going to be more of a giving of oneself, not in a sacrificial way, but more in a way of unconditional love, right? And compassion, and that's tied to Piscean energy. Piscean is a water sign, and it really um, signifies the compassion that we have. Very interesting energy here, because I do see you attracting more abundance when you become more present, when you become centered in gratitude. You start to attract more people that are wanting to give to you rather than to take from you. So that's really beautiful. So this is what you're going to be experiencing in your new cycle. Between now and the new moon, you could be experiencing a lot of people being very charitable towards you, or you may be inclined to be more charitable towards other people. Let's get one more card. So we have retail again. So if you have offer a service, if you have some sort of online store, or if you're thinking about starting a new service or providing a new service, this is the time to do it. Because I see that Spirit is saying that you're being called to offer a service, a skill to people that can help people. And like I said, it could be tied to some sort of humanitarian work, human rights, anything that has to do with justice or advocacy. Okay, I do feel like some of you guys are being called in that way to help. It says if you have an idea in mind, this is giving you the green light that there is a need for this type of service. And Spirit says that it says get your message heard and get noticed. You have much to share with the world. See, so we do have this sharing of information. And we know that Virgo is tied to Mercury, and Mercury is going retrograde. So this is very interesting that you would have this mercurial energy showing up in this reading. And giving of oneself may be being very transparent and very centered in who you are as a person now, because that is what has been unfolding. Your evolution is finding your truth and being able to communicate your truth. Virgo, Mercury, um, and Sagittarius. Okay, so this is very interesting. Coming out of this North Node energy, Spirit says, don't let your past hold you back. This is what this is all about. Don't let your past hold you back. Moving out of the past, moving into the present, and being able to be more authentic with who you are now, who you have grew into, like you're blossoming into this new version of self. So it's very beautiful. But right now, you need to work through your fears with the new moon and Scorpio card. Again, a lot of energies of water because again, spirit is letting you know that your emotions are running high because this time might be a little bit difficult. It could be a little bit of a difficult transition, or you've been going through a difficult transition, which is the things you've been going through in your life. You've been feeling a lot of emotions because you had to release a lot of things. And the releasing of things sometimes can be very painful, right? But like I said, with this mercurial energy, again, a reference to Mercury, with Gemini, a reference to communication, the answers you need are coming, right? That's beautiful. And this is what this is about. As you transition, you're out of this phase, we're moving into the new moon. And then after the new moon, we have the next full moon is in Aries, which is a start of, which is indicative of a new beginning because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and Pisces represents the last sign of the zodiac. So there's a full circle, okay, coming about, which is very beautiful. Some of you guys may be thinking about careers in public communication, again, radio, public relations, or anything to do with communication. Okay, and it says the only thing holding you back is your inability to speak your truth. So this is a time to be very vigilant as far as standing in your truth. And I feel like even though we have a lot of reference to communication and answers, I really think that this is collectively talking about the truth being revealed, especially when it comes to the media, what's being portrayed in the media. I think that this is a very this is signifying things being exposed publicly. Again, radio, magazines, mass media is being referenced here. Humanitarian. So this is about collective, the collective. Not just on an individual scale, because we're talking about people. See, the people you spend the most time with. So we're talking about collectively how this is affecting everyone, and then on an individual level, we're talking about people around you, your interpersonal relationships. Are people being honest with you? Okay, are people, uh, voicing their truth, living in their truth, being honest, being transparent? Are you being transparent with the people around you? Can you trust the people around you? Very good time to trust your instincts here. The people who you spend the most time with shape who you are. Okay. Do you feel that you are being received, understood, or do you feel that you are alienated in a way, in some sort of way? Okay. So we have trust here. Spirit says the universe is asking you to trust that your needs will be met. There is a spiritual reason why you're experiencing this cycle. This is a good time to connect with your spirit guides. And this is also referencing trusting in the unknown, right? You may have a great relationship with your spirit guides, but anything that has to do with the, otherworldly or spiritual, um, not in the physical world, would be part of the unknown, right? The etherical fourth dimension, dreams, subconscious. There is this tie to trusting into where you're being led, trusting your spirit guides, trusting your intuition at this time, especially when it comes to the people you are spending time with, when it comes to how you're voicing your truth. Are you being completely transparent? Are you able to communicate this truth? Are you able to step into the spotlight? Because this is going to give you an opportunity to really put a light on the things that have been hidden. And there could be hidden parts of you that you may be afraid of revealing, right? There could be hidden fears that have been suppressed. This is about these fears coming to the surface. This is about what's been blocking you, what's been holding you back. We know that the past has been a major um, part of your evolution, right? Looking to the past to understand your future and understanding how you are blossoming into this new version of yourself that is to really make a difference collectively to humanity as a whole. On when it comes to interpersonal relationships, we're talking about, you know, are you receiving what you're giving to people? Is there a mutuality amongst your interpersonal relationships, especially your romantic relationships? 'Cause I know a lot of you guys watch Tarot because of a romantic relationship. We have retreat, time out, and this is, you know, really Piscean. This is about going within, pulling back, and really reflecting on the people that you're spending the most time with. Um, or there could be someone here in you know, contemplating retreating or just taking a time out and reflecting on your worth and your value. Are people around you seeing your worth and value? Are you seeing your worth and value? Are these people making you feel valuable, appreciated, accepted? Sometimes Pisces can come in Neptune and kind of, you know, make things foggy, you know. So sometimes you could be wearing rose tinted glasses when it comes to situations and the people that you are spending time with. What is it that you need to see about these people? Are there some people in your life that you may need to release? And release doesn't necessarily always mean releasing, cutting people off, but it could just be that there could be something, you could have an attachment to something in the past related to some people, and you may need to release those attachments or the experience, especially if the experience is bringing in negative emotions. So if someone in your past hurt you, maybe said something to you, maybe said something that was untrue, you might be still holding on to resentment or maybe some hurt feelings. And this could be how these feelings could be really clouding your perception of self, right? Especially if someone made you feel less than. This is about you really seeing your value and your worth and not letting other people's opinions create, you know, a false narrative of who you are. Okay. Hey, Ed. So let's clarify. You are good enough full moon in Virgo. Even though we do have a full moon in Pisces, these cards are indicative of, you know, just phases that you're going through. So again, we have truth, and truth is going to bring in harmony. So there could be something that you need to realize. You need to see the truth in order to bring a resolution to a situation or being able to release a situation so you can move on with your life. Okay. So a lot of truth is going to be revealed, especially when you really trust your instincts and really trust the way you feel, trusting your gut. And again, like I said, you're going to get some answers because if you didn't know the truth, if you don't have all the answers, they're coming. Okay, there's the ending of a cycle of you feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're not worthy, especially if it's if it's attached to what you do for work. You may be doing something for work. You may be working in media, social media, for example. You may be speaking and speaking your truth, and you may feel like you're not being heard. Okay, or maybe it's just time for you to speak your truth, time for you to express yourself to people around you, letting them know how you feel. Again, like I said, there could be this tied to something in the past where you feel rejected. And it could be because of some sort of experience or experiences where people made you feel rejected, or you just feel rejected in general. You don't feel accepted. There is an illusion tied to this feeling, fear of rejection that's keeping you from coming out of your comfort zone. Spirit says, see, it is attached to some sort of dream, some sort of thing you wanted to accomplish that didn't come true or didn't happen for you yet. And because of this, this could be making you fear failure. Okay. Grand Rising, Miss Taylor. So Spirit says there's a need for you to have courage to change, okay, this this behavior of having fear of being rejected. And again, like I said, this is deeply repressed. Now, there could be someone that may have rejected you in the past and may be trying to muster up the courage to communicate with you and apologize to you and to bring truth to you. So this full moon could be signifying that somebody is realizing that they didn't see your value or worth. They may want to communicate and give you answers, or this could just be you forgiving someone. You know, there could be a need for forgiveness because, you know, I'm talking about really deep repressed emotions that you need to come to the surface, or someone that might want to speak their truth to you for sure. Somebody might want to come in and speak some truth to you because they want a new start with you. This person sees your worth and value now and they want to give to you now. And they could be connected to someone or may have in the past been someone that was very controlling. Maybe this person was very harsh or manipulative, or could be connected to someone this way. There's something happening here. There's an ending of a cycle where there could be some sort of answers coming in, communication coming in, even someone reaching out to tell you the truth. So look out for that between now and the new moon, that there could be someone coming in to speak their truth. And again, we have another a reference to this energy of timeout. It says, clear your energy, space breeds clarity. So between now and the new moon, this is a clearing of energy, making the space for this new start. And yeah, reflecting, spirits says, get out of your head and get into your heart. Not using logic and reason to navigate this energy, but really trusting the unknown, going within and trusting your gut. What does your body say about the situation? How do you feel? There is going to be a need to trust whether you are seeing the truth of a situation, or whether people are being honest. I'm also feeling like some sort of truth is being revealed right now, that someone is going to realize that the people that they spend the most time with is not the people that they should be around. Someone wants to do things differently. Okay, a new cycle, new patterns talks about new cycles, not doing the same thing over and over and over again. I talked about this, I think, 2 nights ago when I went live. Some of you guys are these lives. I do unlist, um, but I do talk about different patterns of behavior that has been preventing change in your life, that has been keeping you stuck, doing the same thing or repeating the same lessons, that you're not getting the results you want. You can't get the results you want if you're not making the change. Spirit is saying it's time to do something different. There's a time for a new thought pattern, time for you to start seeing your worth and value, to not let fear, to not let the fear of rejection stop you from going after that job, doing that thing you want to do, or being able to be open to love. Because a lot of you guys have experienced a really difficult um, tower or breakup, and these emotions that you've had to purge, these emotions that you had to release, have felt like a dying process. And it was a dying process. It was a dying of the old self, dying of an old paradigm, so that you can move into a new energy. And before you could get into that new energy, there was a process of clearing the past, clearing baggage, um, and righting wrongs, so to speak. Um, and that came in with Saturn. Saturn comes in with a lot of harsh lessons, but these lessons are meant to help resolve patterns of control. Okay, it says a soul's desire to resolve limiting patterns, and I talked about self-imposed limitations tied to that Neptunian energy, right? Because we are talking about Pisces, 12th house energy, self undoing. What are those self sabotaging behaviors or patterns that keep you stuck? Ruminating thought process, negative thoughts, right? Like, sometimes we'll say things that we don't know if sometimes we don't even recognize that the words we speak could be of detriment to our self healing and evolution, right? Because if we're stuck in a repetitive pattern, it really can prevent us from actually moving forward, especially if this pattern is something that really breaks you down, right? um, and it could affect you on a cellular level, right? Because everything, there's levels to everything. So let me give you an example. Let's just say you may have had some sort of traumatizing event where you were rejected, right? Since the rejection card is out on the table, and this rejection or loss, let's just say you lost your job, you got fired, or maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend broke up with you. What this did was it created an imprint that made you feel like there was something wrong with you, that you weren't good enough. So therefore you started to condition yourself to believe this. And if you experience a breakup or maybe a rejection in any form, you may have created a pattern that was telling yourself that maybe it's me. Why can't things happen, good things happen to me? Because why am I always dealing with guys that break up with me, or why am I dealing with people that always reject me. So can create an imprint, and you can start believing that you're being rejected because you're not good enough, even though that's not true. But you can condition yourself to believe such a thing, and it could make you afraid of maybe having new beginnings with new people or starting new positions because you may feel like you're not going to succeed. So spirit is saying that the Saturnian lesson, or cycle where that was happening to you, karmic cycle, was meant to teach you to break free of those patterns, okay? Especially when it comes to dependency, being controlling or trying to control narratives or how things play out. That's all coming to a completion. There's an ending of some sort of karmic lesson or cycle. And then there's a transmutation taking place. This is a healing taking place. This is about, adopting new beliefs. Um, and aligning your chakras, especially your heart chakra, especially when you've dealt with rejection, when it comes to interpersonal relationships, when you're being rejected. Um, so there is this healing that's taking place. It says, open your heart or awaken your heart and let love in. But because before you could do that, you needed to kind of clear that energy of baggage, the hurt, the pain, right? Um, uh, Metaphorically speaking. And then there was this energy of where you were giving to people, connecting to people that were not energetically aligned to you, people that were taking from you, people that were hurting you. You're now seeing that there's an awakening to that. You're waking up. There could have been this energy of being asleep. You're waking up to that. You're seeing past illusions. You're able to discern people better, discern energy better, navigate through situations better. And that was your spiritual mission. Spirit wanted you to learn to do better, to be in this energy of knowing your worth and your values, that people can't take advantage of you, people can't hurt you. And I'm also seeing that when it comes to love, you have to go through a few experiences to prepare you to meet your energetic match or to be aligned with someone. They may have had to go through some lessons so that they can align to you, so that you guys can become an energetic match. So you have an energetic match coming. You had to overcome obstacles. You're still having to overcome obstacles because I kind of have this vibe that something's happening between now and the new moon. I feel like this is a completion of something which we do have reference to. So if this is related to relationships, some of you guys may be ending relationships, or someone you're connecting to is, because they're seeing the truth, or you're seeing the truth about these relationships. Like they're not working for you anymore. Because once you start living in your authentic truth, the things that are goes against your truth, you're not going to be able to align to it anymore, right? You're not going to be able to live that lie, or live in that fantasy anymore. Your eyes are wide open because you see. And we have divine intervention, which is very beautiful. I love that. Spirit says, yes, with this divine intervention that's coming in, you're setting your intentions higher because you now know you deserve to receive joy, love, and happiness. That's what's coming. That's what you're attracting. We started off saying that being present and grounded in the present moment, you have or will be attracting positive, loving relationships, more reciprocity. And that's because you've learned how to give of yourself properly, and in a balanced way. And I see, like I said, that there could be this need for you to speak your truth, just collectively need to share your experience or share your knowledge, because there is going to be a time where that there you need to fulfill your mission. And your mission is to promote this positivity, or um, this new version of yourself. This is also saying that if there's an idea or project manifesting, know it has great potential for success. Okay. So these new ideas, when you trust in the unknown, you are receiving inspired information or inspiration, right? You're getting information, you're getting answers, you're getting downloads from the universe, especially through your dreams with this Piscean energy. And these ideas are going to have the great potentials. They're like little seedlings, or seeds that you plant. They're going to have potential for great growth and success for you. And it says use the law of attraction. Okay, be the energy you want to attract. This was about being the energy you want to attract, being that person that is successful in relationships, is successful in life, and not allowing these old beliefs, old imprints, or old trauma to make you think that you're not good enough to have a happy life, to have success, or just to be fulfilled in general, to just have happiness in general. So we do have a time rather to give rather than to take. I actually want to clarify that. So that super moon card is about a big fat yes. Yeah, we have Pluto, patterns of control, power, and manipulation. If you were dealing with people that were trying to manipulate you, or if there was someone that was trying to manipulate you coming into this new season, this new cycle, you're not dealing with that anymore. You're having either you're connecting to a new love or you're going into a new phase of love. Beautiful energy. This is about you getting what you deserve because you have kind of stepped into this new energy of knowing yourself now. Maybe at some point you may have accepted less than you deserve because you didn't know yourself. There's a truth being revealed to you, and this truth is that you do deserve what you deserve, right? Again, sorry about that. You put a lot of time, energy, and work into yourself. Some of you guys are attracting new love or having a new phase of love. And whatever was being repressed, whatever you could not express, or whatever someone could not express, is coming to the surface. I have a past life soulmate that you have many lives with. There could be a return of a soulmate, or someone is disconnecting from a soulmate. And it could be, again, someone you're connecting to. I see someone wanting to apologize, clarify apology, or you could be forgiving someone finally. Yeah, someone wants to apologize for being manipulative to you. I definitely see someone here is taking action. Okay, so if you've been in separation, you may have someone wanting to have a renewal. Okay, someone may want to come in and re-spark the connection, but can you be vulnerable? Can you trust this person? Well, this is the time to really trust in the unknown. um, and this is about maybe taking a leap of faith and really trusting and having faith in a situation, or really listening to your gut and instincts instead of letting fears guide you. Let your gut and your instincts and intuition guide you. Okay. So we have beautiful new love. Yeah, Spirit says maybe time to take a chance, come out your comfort zone. Okay. Or maybe somebody's taking a chance, releasing a parasitic symbiotic. Like I said, there's a completion. It could be you. You could be ending a cycle. You could be finally letting go of somebody or people that don't serve you anymore and heading towards true love, divine connections. Okay. So a true love or just divine connections. I don't want to make this all about love because this could be, friends. This could be family members, but I definitely see someone walking away from something one-sided and they're going towards a divine connection that is going to be more fulfilling. So some, like I said, some of you guys are actually manifesting beautiful new love, which is very good. See, this is what you're attracting. You're attracting um, new love, joy, happiness, and abundance. You're coming out of stalemate energy, which is very beautiful. You're no longer being feeling stuck. At least this is what this time is going to show you. You don't have to be stuck. And you can have the courage to change things. It just requires you to move on. Walk into your new phase. We have luck is on your side. That's so interesting because I actually saw this card come up when I was pulling from the Moonology deck. We have conclusions are within reach. We definitely have an ending here. Okay, we have new moon eclipse, and then we have communications key. I really feel this strong energy of communication. I mean, Mercury retrograde, somebody may be coming in to communicate, or these are, like I said, the information coming in. It says unrealistic. Your expectations in the future are unrealistic and need revision. This is that Piscean energy. Perhaps your vision is big and may require a plan and need for more careful thought. You could be setting yourself up for failure if you don't set realistic goals. This is that self-limiting beliefs. These are those unrealistic beliefs or expectations. This is why it's so important to trust your gut. At this time, it is so important to um, get real about the people and the things around you. And it's going to be through communication. It's going to be through this mercurial energy that you can be able to discern what's real and what's not real. What's a fantasy? Okay, what's being given to you? Is somebody giving you something that's real? Or this could be about you waking up from this unrealistic way of seeing your life and actually seeing that you are lucky. Okay, you are lucky. You do have good things coming to you. Since your luck is about to change for the better, you can get a lucky break or have a breakthrough. It says anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. So these unrealistic beliefs could just be these fears that could be blocking you. Clarify unrealistic lessons of Uranus. Uranus is coming in, lessons of Saturn. Yeah, ending unrealistic expectations of people, unrealistic expectations of how you want things to play out, but trusting and knowing that things will get better, things will change for the better, or these endings is for the better. Okay, all right. So just understanding that everything that's happening right now is because Spirit is trying to bring in the best outcome for you. We have someone letting go of a past life soulmate. There's a completion. I do see someone wanting another chance. So this could be about someone you're connecting to, walking away from somebody else and wanting to come back. Yeah, overcoming an obstacle. The obstacle is that this person needs to express how they feel. Somebody just needs to be honest with themselves. And this could be you. You could be dealing with someone and you could be in denial. You could be thinking, okay, I could just, if I could just fix it, if I could just work harder, if I could just be more present, give more of myself. No, be honest with yourself. Be honest. Take some time out and really be honest with yourself. Is this relationship fulfilling you? Is this job fulfilling you? Are you happy? You need to accept the truth. Okay, this is about finding mutual partnerships and not giving too much of yourself or accepting less than you deserve. Finding something that is mutual symbiotic relationships, friendships, and connections with people, so that you can bring in the best possible outcomes and feel fulfilled in your relationships and your one-on-one interactions, and not feel like you're being depleted and being taken from and not getting anything in return. Right. So this is about healthy relationships. But for you, some of you guys, you have someone wanting to come in and apologize. Let's get a final message, sir. Your final message is your dreams need a practical plan, and we have full moon in Taurus. We have full moon in Leo and decimating moon. Wow, it's just time. Take time to breathe out. So full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. It's that sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. So this is about head and heart, faith, but being practical, right? Having faith, hoping for the best, but also taking practical steps to get a better outcome for yourself. It says this card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, using Piscean energy, expecting it, expecting the best, expecting things for the better, positive energies, and by welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down the earth steps towards your goal. This isn't about wishing on the moon and just hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortune depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So you need to be expecting the best, expecting the best possible outcome for yourself, and expecting and welcoming change, prosperity, and good luck. So the Attune to the Moon message says, write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. And then it says additional meanings. Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. So if you feel like you're being lazy or procrastinating on starting something new, you need to change that. Own what changes you need to make and make them. Okay, take action now because, like I said, the things you do now are going to have the greatest impact. And then it says, chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. So this is about believing in your dreams, trusting in your gut, going after what you really want to do, living in your highest truth. And then it says jealousy or envy can create negative energy and attract negativity. And that's why I was saying that you're going to being present and staying grounded and sitting in this energy of gratitude is really going to attract a lot of abundance to you because this is about attracting new love with or new relationships, partnerships, new energies, and it's all based on how you feel internally. This is why I said it's good. It's a good time to feel through this energy and be really real with yourself. It says the full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded. See, that was what that presence card was about in the beginning. And it says to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with. And then I did talk about those feelings are going to be coming to the surface because it's time for you to release them. It's time for you to forgive. It's time for you to detach. It's time for you to get real with yourself about the fears that have been holding you back from being able to have the lifestyle or the relationship that you know you deserve. You know, part of the reasons why you aren't haven't been attracting them is because you've been repeating a repetitive pattern of behavior that has been keeping you stuck in a certain paradigm. And if you've been attracting that people that have been taking from you or hurting you, this is a time for you to really sit in your value, your worth, and know that you deserve the best because that's what you're going to attract to you. It says more exercise is called for. So full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth and get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, to find balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw this card. Some of you guys may need to pay attention to your cash flow. You may need to make some changes. So new moon in Leo says, I'm sorry, full moon in Leo says, don't let pride get in your way. So this card is about overcoming this prideful energy. Look, I'm just turning right to the pages. That's so interesting. It says, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Yeah, so there's an obstacle. Some of you guys, somebody has pride issues. Someone may be having a hard time speaking their truth to you because of pride. I feel like that's coming to an end. I feel like if there's someone that hasn't been speaking to you, this person may come towards you. This person may be feeling very unstable right now, but that could be coming to an end. I do feel that there's a strong message for some of you guys that someone may be speaking up. You may need to be the one to speak up. Okay, this could be say talking about that. It says, is the question you're asking based on your ego or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it is combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. And this is why I said that there is a need for giving more of yourself for some of you guys. This is a time to give rather than to take. We did T humanitarian. We saw giving of yourself, collectively speaking, sharing of information, communication, really interacting, but also using discernment with who's receiving this interaction. Who are you giving this new authentic version of yourself to? And are these people deserving of that new authentic version of yourself, right? And then it says, this will help all of your relationships of being very true and authentic and reciprocity, treating people the way you want to be treated, right? Treating people the way you want to be treated is very important. And then we have additional messages. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Okay, follow your creative urges, trust in the unknown, trust where you're being led with your intuition and your gut. And it says a friendship may be ending now. I feel like there could be an ending of a relationship. Somebody here is realizing that something doesn't serve them anymore. Leo, Virgo showing up very strongly in the spread. We have Taurus, Gemini came up, Scorpio came up. Um, so these signs may be of significance to you. And then it says, when the full moon comes into Leo, it can be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. We talked about that, right? Didn't I say that you guys may have a skill, something that needs to be heard through social media, the radio, something that has to do with communication? Spirit wants you to really showcase your talents and really contribute to the collective. Step out and really um, put yourself out there. That could be very scary and that could be very new for you. But that's exactly what you need right now to see a big change, especially if you are really focusing on finances or building stability for yourself. This could be about a new project or new endeavor that you maybe have been holding off because you're afraid. Maybe you want to speak to someone, and maybe you're afraid of how you might be received. Maybe you want to apologize or vice versa. So stay tuned for that. Be prepared for that. And then it says the teaching. When the full moon comes into Leo, it could be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. The upside of this lunation and of this card, no matter when you pull it, okay. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride. Yeah. Looking at the bigger picture, looking at all the people in your network, looking at the people you spend the most time with. Are there people in your network that you need to give more time to or communicate to or mend relationships with? Are there relationships that need to come to an end? And the final message, and I'll leave you guys here with this final message, is take time to breathe out. And it's the disseminating moon for this collective reading. So for the disseminating moon, which is probably in the front of the book, it says the intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are we left with? So they're talking about from the full moon into the new moon. As we leave the full moon, we go into different phases because we just had full moon in Leo, full moon in Taurus, full moon. So I just want to show you all these full moon cards. So this, even though they're different signs, this is all talking about an ending. Full moon, full moon, full moon. And right after the full moon, we have disseminating moon. This comes right after. Okay, one of the phases of moons is when it goes into disseminating phase. It says the intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are you left with? So after the full moon, after this completion, after you have released, right, pride, ego, fears, anger, resentment, bitterness, after you have forgiven, it says that that's what this card is about, or that is what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forge ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. So if there is an ending, it is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others the time out to relax. And we did see that timeout card, right? We did see that there was a need for a timeout after an ending has taken place. So whether that be with you or somebody else you're connecting to, know that it happened for a reason or something's happening for a reason, and that there will be a timeout. And it says, breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently, right? This is an opportunity that you're given to look at a situation and to make the necessary changes, breaking free of different patterns that are keeping you stuck so that you can see the change you want. And again, I can't reiterate this enough. The book says, be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation, and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Beautiful message to end this collective. And it says, attuned to the moon message. I am where I am, and it's okay. Additional meanings for this card. You should know where you stand either now or very soon. So you're going to be knowing where you stand with a certain situation or people or a specific person. And it says you need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. And that was part of that message where I said you may be called to communicate your truth, to voice your truth, right? And then the teaching says the disseminating moon is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes with the full moon. No matter when you pick this card, it suggests you're at a more tranquil point in your life cycle, whatever situation you're asking about. This is not the ideal time to start something new. So from the full moon until the new moon, there's a period of rest. And then the new moon signifies that new start. So something's completing a cycle is, and then at the full moon, at the new moon, you'll be ready to start something new. The disseminating moon is a time to breathe out, give yourself some time off, and think about what has passed. Something explosive is about to happen to some of you guys, whether this be information coming out that's going to really trigger you, really emotionally. Someone's going to come in and maybe speak some truth to you. Whatever this information is, whatever's happening, trust the unknown. Trust that whatever's happening is happening for your own good. Once you get this information, once you have this completion, this epiphany, this breakthrough, you are going to be called to rest. And when the new moon starts, you have a new cycle beginning. You have the option to start new projects, new endeavors. I think that the new energy that's coming in, or this phase, is allowing you to really tap into your truth and what you need to do to really live the most fulfilling life possible, especially when it comes to collectively serving your purpose to humanity. I think that you're going to be, things are going to be revealed to you about your purpose and about who you are and what you're meant to do in this lifetime. I want to thank you guys for watching. If that helped, let me know in the comments. Please like the video. Please leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe as well to the channel, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.